that. Really cool stuff. Here are some really, really good shots of it. Here's when you know that you do a lot of pouring. When you go to Walmart, just for Loctite gel, just for eyeballs, right? I have a beautiful set of 6-inch bluegills here. I didn't have a single drop left of glue to put the eyeballs on. So you can see I had everything ready. Eyeballs, baits are laid out, they're cured, and had to go get glue. What's up, everybody? Chris Jones here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the World's Worst Fishing. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. And we're going to start this video today with some exciting new releases. So Dead on Plastics has officially, today, as of when I'm filming this, released their very first release of color shift powders. They're calling them the dead shifts, you know, get it, dead shift. And we have them. So we have them in our hand the day that they're released, and so hopefully I'll get this video out soon, and then anyone who's thinking about picking up some of these pigments will get my first impressions, and then we'll definitely take a look at them in the flesh, in plastic. Always good when you come home and you see this box. So let's go ahead and open things up here. Yeah, there it is. So we already had 3 of them, but here are the remaining 7 in this bag right here. Beautiful. You can see there's some cool stuff there. Absolute world-class packaging. Love it. It's probably my boy Brad Hardy helping out with the graphics there. And I believe this is tube plastic. Alright, so we'll get to those in just a second. They sent me, oh, was that a sticker? Oh, look at this. They sent me a vinyl. I feel really special. Yeah, this is like a boat carpet sticker. Heck yeah, thanks guys. Thanks Trav, thanks Randy. I will always accept cool trinkets like that. Okay everybody, here is the full lineup of the new dead shifts. We sort of have them arranged here with some sort of order. So look at this. Let's see if we can get it to where you can see the shift. Not 100% sure what all the colors shift to, but that's what we're here to find out, right? Awesome stuff there. Now, I already have uses in mind for that. That one goes like gold to red. See how there's a little bit of hint of red in there? It's like a gold to red. Yeah, they think they're so funny. Ginger. Ha ha ha. Yeah, probably won't have much use for that because that's so offensive. Yeah, this one's cool. Magma. Sort of like maybe purple to red. Yeah. Really pretty there. Mars. I love the name. We will absolutely figure out a cool use for Mars. Tahiti. I love it. Yeah. Alright, now here are ones that I personally always get excited about, because these are the type of shifts that don't necessarily color the plastic, but they add an awesome kind of sparkly effect that sometimes people mistake as hologram flake or sparkle flake. So these are sort of like, to liken them to some of the powders that I already use, these are like the Dip Your Car alien pearls. And like Nordic and GC47, they give a shimmer effect more than they color the plastic. So right off the bat, I'm excited for these. For like belly colors and swim baits, I mean, these are going to be absolutely stunners. So real quick, want to show y'all a few things. Here are those bluegills. Now that we have eyes on them, isn't that a lot better? A lot better. That's a 4-layer laminate. But I definitely wanted to bring these to y'all's attention. Okay? That's a new one that I did lately, or recently. That's all color shift powders, similar to some of the new dead on shifts, right? So you have sort of that sparkly see-through on the belly, and then you can see that color shift there. That's the bluegill color shift, and then sort of a sparkle gold on top with that black. So using some of these new ones that we have today, we could make something probably pretty close to this that at least has that sort of vibe. So here's sort of a real world example of how I at least like to use color shifts. Shout out to Lee Pennington, very talented pourer, friend of mine, for kind of inspiring this particular color. But it's all using these types of pigments. Now these are obviously the dip your car stuff that, you know, I still do a lot with them. I still have my affiliate program, none of that changes, but we just have new options to the market. And you know, hey, there's room for every gram of powder that we can get. All right, we're gonna try something kind of crazy to demonstrate what the pigments look like. So color shifts, you can hear it raining in the background. Color shifts always look really good next to a black base, okay? Or in or over a black base. So we're literally just pouring out some black plastic, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little sample of each one once that plastic cures. Then we're just gonna kind of brush little swatches of each color so that we can really demonstrate each one, you know, because we won't have time in one video to cook up 10 entire cups of plastic. But we are gonna show you what the powders look like, of course, outside of each package, and then we'll pick a couple of them and then we'll actually use them. We'll like maybe pour some jerk baits or something and really show these bad boys off. Okay, we're gonna start with argon here. All right, so we're just gonna open her up, and you know, these powders kind of go everywhere, so we will try to keep this as neat and orderly as possible. And if it looks really cool, we might use this for thumbnail. So basically the idea is just to kind of get a little bit of powder on it, okay, on the brush, and then we'll just kind of, yeah. Okay, yeah, definitely already really messy, but that's okay. Yeah, really pretty. It's got a real violet purple to it. Yeah, gonna make an excellent belly color for anything that you might want a little pink or violet in. Okay, yeah. Now let's get close in on it there. Yeah, really cool. All right, next we're gonna go with 24 karat. Okay, now this one looked really interesting. It looked like kind of gold to red, which I find that to be really fascinating. I've never had one of those. Of course, that could be completely wrong. It could be gold to green. It could be gold to any number of things. Just in the package, it looked like it was gold to red. Okay, you know what? I think that is gold to green. Now that I'm looking at it, oh my god. That is, oh my gosh, this is bomb, you guys. Yep, this is gold to green, at least that's how I am perceiving it. Look at that in the bag. You can kind of see the green to it, right? You can actually see it better when it's out of focus. Okay, yeah, 24 karat is absolutely amazing. Y'all are definitely going to want that. Look at that. Sorry about the glare. Maybe this was not a good idea. Alright, here we go. Ginger, in honor of all the gingers like me around the world. Let's see if we can get it up. You know, of course, the ginger one here is going to be difficult. Of course, it's going to be difficult. There we go. Now we got it open. Yep, this is. I can see why they called it ginger. Okay, so it's sort of a red to purple, or no, sorry, more like an orange to purple, but it has a beautiful kind of rich purple. It's not a violet purple like the first one, but it's definitely got purple in there, and you wouldn't know that by looking at it in the bag, but looking at it over a black base, I'm really seeing some cool purples there. Yeah, super awesome. Okay, so alright, I like ginger after all. Okay, here comes magma. Now this one looks like it's sort of a red to blue. Okay, what really is this? Okay, it's sort of a purple and blue. So if I just kind of look at it by itself here in the bag, you can see it's very red. But when we get it in use, in function, to me it's got more of a blue and purple almost. Check that out. Alright. Very cool. Let's get some on our finger here. Yeah, check that out. That is really nice. I mean, it's absolutely stunning in person, you guys. You know, and that's like, I mean, that's filming with any highlights or shifts or sparkle flakes or hologram flakes. It's so hard to see these things on camera. All right, here's Mars. Yeah, this reminds me of a chameleon powder that I had a long time ago. I don't know if I still have it. Really awesome. I don't even know how to describe this one. I can't wait to use it in some veins for some swim bait colors, though. Like I don't even really know how I would describe that. Maybe Travis could say like what it is. It's got a little bit of blue, but it also has sort of this metallic maroon. But then again, it also kind of looks green. I don't know. That's why these are color shifts. They're not supposed to look the same ever. So, anyways, let's move on here. This one right here, very, very, very pretty purple. To me, it looks purple to pink, or purple and pink in the thing here, but we'll see what it really is. Almost a pink and orange. You know, and the funny thing is, I could be completely way off. Maybe I am so far off with this, but that that would look really good in anything trout, like anything you want to do in terms of a trout pattern. So Tahiti looks blue to green. So let's see what it really is. Man, there are just powder flakes flying all over this place. It's like the micron is so small. They literally take flight. These are anti-gravity powders. Yeah, that's definitely like a blue to green. You can really see the green in person here. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, definitely. You can see the blue, and it definitely shifts to green. Very nice. We are almost done. Now we have a few more of the sort of, I guess, the non-saturated ones. These don't really color the plastic. This one is Frost. Okay, yeah. So this one reminds me of this Nordic stuff that I have. And really, really awesome belly color. Yep. Oh, man. That is absolutely awesome. Cannot wait to use that one. It's a lot like Nordic. It's sort of a turquoise effect. Okay, really excited about this one. Atmosphere, because it looks like it's sort of a gold shift. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, I know that's a little far from the camera, so we'll definitely zoom in. It's very gold. It's sort of a bright yellow gold kind of sparkle effect. Oh man, I can't tell what the shift is. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Yeah. Look at those. All right, we have one more. All right, we'll do this one up top. This one is called Haze. Oh, it's purple. I didn't know that. Okay, so this is more of a true violet purple than even the first one, which I do not remember the name. What was the name of the first one? The name of the first one was Argon, I think. Yeah, that one. This one, you can see, is very similar. But it might even be a little bit more purple. I know that some of these are really hard to tell. That one looks a little more rich than that one. Two very different shades. You could even pass this one as blue. You know, and then of course once you get these in the plastic, you can then add black to that plastic. Look at my hand. There's just powder everywhere. You know, you can then add other effects and other colors to these to really bring them out. Yeah, check that out. Now you can really see them shift because we're moving it. This is what we needed to do the whole time. Isn't that awesome? Now you can really start to see some color, some color manipulation when our shape is now. Yeah, check that out. That's super awesome. Now there's an interesting phenomenon. If you really want to get your workbench clean, pour a bunch of hot plastic on it, let it sit for an hour, and then peel it off. it got all this, that's basically aluminum from just molds just sliding around that then gets gunky. Even took that off. Look at that. All right, welcome back. It is the next day. So now we're going to do a real world example demonstration. So I have the 4.9 jerkbait and then the 4-inch swim bait. So what we're going to do here is what I hope is going to be an awesome color. Haze belly, a Mars vein that's going to be cut with a little bit of scuppernong in black just to kind of help the saturation of it. And then the top is going to be a dark charcoal black with this one. Oops, sorry, that was out of focus. The atmosphere, which is sort of like that golden color shift, okay? I think those three colors layered are going to look really good once we kind of liven them up with a little bit of pigment. Because I think not only do you need to know how to use the powders, but also how to manipulate them, which sometimes really adds to your whole effect. And of course, the dead shifts, we're using dead-on plastic, so that is some of the swim bait blend right there, which is perfect for the size bait that we're using. And so we're going to go ahead and prepare it. Okay, here we go, a Haze belly. If I can get it open here, come on baby, there we go. I like the bags that they use. It's a lot like the dead-on flakes. They're they're essentially worm bags, so they're really tough. You're getting a really stout bag, which is important when you have $15 worth of powder in there. You know, you don't want to come out and accidentally rip your bag and then lose contents. Yeah, so there again, just a little bit, just a smidge, right? We like to work in smidges. All right, here we go. There she is. That's the Haze. And again, it looks like there's hardly anything in there, and that's because there hardly is anything in there. But I like my see-through bellies. And to me, you get such a great effect from your color shifts when you allow some light refraction. Especially here in the belly, you know, the top will be saturated with black, of course, but it will still be see-through enough to where light refraction can really play on these color pigments. You know, these pigments are so vibrant, you know, the color shift and then into the hyper shift spectrum. You really want sunlight and light to be able to penetrate the bait so that it can really reflect all of the cool just effects that these things have. Okay, next we're going to start with a drop of black. This will be the vein color, because again, black always kind of brings out a color shift. All right, and highlights. And now we're going to add a little bit of this Mars. Okay, really excited to see how this turns out. All right. Oh man, it has such a sort of metallic look about it, like I may have mentioned earlier in the earlier portion of the video. Oh my god, look at that. That black just kind of darkens it a little bit there. And I think that's a good thing. Yeah, so let's kind of drizzle some out. Yeah, that's looking real thin. We'll go ahead and add one more drop of black. Then we're going to brown it up with some scuppernong. You can see it kind of has that sort of brown maroon look about it, and I think scuppernong might play nice with this. So there's 2 drops, you know, and this is just to kind of demonstrate that you don't have to use powders only by themselves, right? Here's a really attractive way that we just used the Mars. So I think what we're going to do is try to get that in focus first off. I think we're going to add a little bit more of the actual powder, and then call this one a day. Isn't that awesome? All right, here comes a Mars vein. Let's do it. And pour these jerk baits in a minute. Hopefully we won't mess it up. Yeah, that's about right. It's very pretty. Check that out. You can kind of see the effect there. Awesome sauce. Yeah. need to pour more. I need to pour these jerk baits more often. Every time I do, I'm just blown away by how good it looks. That mold is $39 too. Absolute value of the year. So just for kicks, I took the leftover of that vein color and just poured it in a 5-incher. Just to see it. Check that out. Black, Scuppernong, and Mars. Looks pretty cool, don't it? Alright, so we have our top color halfway done. That's maybe 7 drops of black in 3/4 of a measuring cup worth of plastic. And now for the final touch. Oh, you know, it kind of has a chartreuse vibe once you see it in the flesh here, in the plastic. Definitely has a gold vibe, but it's also a little chartreuse gold. Oh, isn't that awesome? See that? That's why working with a black base always looks so good. Just a little bit more. You can overdo it quick. Then it'll actually look more gold than black. I kid you not. Yeah, that's about there. We basically just want the black to just kind of enhance the shift. I don't want it to be only shift. I want it to be the perfect marriage between the black base and the shift. And I think that right there is going to do it. Yeah, there it is. We are all topped off. Isn't that cool? I love the transparency. I can already tell that my saturations are good because you can see right through that into that brown layer. You can see the Mars vein, particularly through the jerk bait. Right? We can see through the tail portion and the swim bait. Alright, so we have a jerk bait out and a swim bait out. Still pretty warm, but drum roll please. Let's do the jerk bait first, since we kind of poured those first. It's going to come out on that side. Alright. Of course, the tail, the way that the tail is set up, sometimes you can't really see it. Yeah. So I wish I would have saturated the vein a little bit better. Oh yeah, there's a good view. You can see all the different powders happening at once right there. See that? And you can see the brown from the Scuppernong. You can't really... There's only really right there in the tail can I really see the Mars. So the Mars maybe kind of got a little bit lost in it, but that's okay. You know, first time using it. And, you know, you just kind of have to experiment. Yeah, you can actually kind of see it there. But I really dig it. And, of course, in person, it always looks better. It's hard to show this, you know. To me, that kind of looks like a Hypershift baitfish color. That's what that kind of reminds me of. Well, let's see how it did in the swim bait. Yeah. Check that out. Again, from this angle, we can kind of see the powders. It's all about your angle of perspective. But see how the light is able to shine through? I just think you get more out of your pigments, sometimes using less, because you get that play on the light. I don't think those would look as good. Yeah, check out that bottom. Absolutely stunning stuff. Yeah, dead shifts, guys. It's the real deal. Yeah, here we are. Isn't that nice? You can really see the shifting effect there of all the different colors, all the different layers. Yes, sir. Yeah, not bad for a first time. So, you know, what we'll do is, you know, with any new colors and new powders, and you just kind of learn them, you experiment, you figure out kind of what looks good with what. And I think with a little bit of refinement, mainly in the vein, I think this is an absolute stunner. You know, it kind of reminds me of the one that we looked at earlier in the video when I was showcasing you know, what you can do with these powders. You know, this is sort of modeled after that. Alright, there they are. 10 4-inch swim baits and 6 of the 4.9 jerk baits. Dead shifts. Yeah, I'd say they work. All right, everybody. It feels so good out. I think we're about to get a storm. So the wind has picked up and the air temperature. So it's actually nice to be out right now. It's summertime is pretty much here in North Florida. So we've just been getting just baked. But man, right now it's nice. So we're enjoying a little bit of just kind of outside breather. But yeah, super cool stuff. You know, anybody who's ever used any sort of shifting pigments, you know, whether they're Colorshift or some of the like the really high dollar hyper shift, you know how cool this stuff is. You know how vivid the effect can be. And you know, the more I play with it, the more I usually lower my saturation or try to enhance it with some sort of other pigment, like the Scuppernong, like the black. There's so many things that you can do. So you know, never just use them by themselves, because I think sometimes you can really take them to the next level by using them as an additive as well, not just by themselves. So anyway, the dead shifts are here. Check them out. They get my stamp of approval, and we'll see you guys in the next video.